Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 3 of the O'Colly's Film Room, where we're breaking down OSU's 47-7 victory over the Kansas Jayhawks and some of the plays that happened and explaining some of the intricacies of this game. I'm Ryan Novozinsky, joined here, as always, by our sports editor, Sudeep Tumma, for the O'Colly. And Sudeep, we saw quite the game the other day, obviously.
Yeah.
Let's just generally go over it, right? Let's talk about what this offense and a little bit of what this defense was able to do, and maybe give a little sneak preview of what we're going to see in some of these film breakdowns.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it was a great performance by the offense. Obviously it's Kansas, but overall you saw guys get open, right? Receivers using their speed, their pure talent, sheer talent against a lesser Kansas team. Sorry to say, but it is. And then our defense is the same suffocating type performance with the secondary, the pass rush, and the defense really impressed me. And yeah, we're going to see a couple plays, we're going to see screen pass, going to see a sack, and we're going to see the Tylenol bomb.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And let's check that out. These are some of the key plays of this game that made it a 47-7 victory, and just some of the little intricacies that make this OSU team so successful this season and the only undefeated Big 12 team in the entire conference. Let's break it down. Alrighty, folks. So let's get right into this. This first play we're going to be watching today involves sort of a heat-seeking missile out there in Amen Ogbagamiga, but also a nice assist there from Calvin Bundage, a guy who's been really good on pass rushing this year, and also a little bit of run stuffing. And here you'll see Sudeep. I know you and I really liked this play the other day. When you just see Amen Ogbagamiga get out there, and like I said before, looks sort of like a missile out there. So let's see how hard he crashes through this hole right here.
Yeah, so what you're going to see here is actually Calvin Bundage getting the sack, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's really Amen who makes the play.
Right.
And when you see this four-man defense up front, right, you see Trace Ford on the right side, but you see Calvin Bundage next to him. You got actually 3 defensive linemen and 3 linebackers, which is not the traditional 4-2-5 that OSU plays, right? But with a guy like Calvin Bundage, it gives you that sort of versatility, right? That you can put him in and almost use him like a defensive end on those sort of plays. So what you're going to see here, and this is the creativity of Jim Knowles that I want you to look at, right? You see Calvin Bundage and Trace Ford on the right side, Cameron Murray somewhere in the middle. So you're almost front-loading that right side, right? The left side of Kansas's O-line. That's where they're really seeing the majority of it, right? And watch Malcolm, right? He's standing up right there, and you got Amen next to him, right? Now watch as this play starts. You see Malcolm kind of creep towards it, right? You got him right there. Suddenly, as a play, look at the play clock, like 8 seconds.
Right.
There's not a lot of time to adjust, right? But you got Malcolm there, and suddenly they're thinking, right? Okay, Jalen Daniels got to check the blitz, right? He's saying, okay, running back, I believe it's Puka Williams. You got to edge to the left, right? You got to add a little extra protection. And the right guard on the right side is thinking, okay, yeah, let's make these switches real quick, right? It gets in your head really quickly, and you think, okay, we got to pick up Malcolm, right? Then as soon as the play starts, look at where the entire left side of the line is, right? First of all, on the right side, you got Tyron Irby lined up one-on-one. Then the left side, they're all, because they got 4 guys to cover, right? Or so they think so. So you got all 4 of those linemen there. And this left guard, and then let's remember, right? This entire Kansas O-line thinks they've accounted for the entire blitz, right? And they've got Calvin Bundage here, and this left guard is just waiting for him. Then, like I said, the running back here, he is hedging to that left because he is ready to help in blitz pickup because it is really hard. Even though you got 4 guys against 4 guys, 4 one-on-one matchups in blitz are very difficult, right? And you see Amen, and this is the well-timed blitz of Jim Knowles, right? Creating confusing, and then you see Amen just come through like a missile and bring him down.
Yeah.
Calvin Bundage, right? Just watch it. Just watch how fast he goes. Like that's what I'm saying. It's the well timed because when you go back and you watch it, look at where Amen's to begin the play. He doesn't look like he's there, right?
Yeah.
It looks like he's just gonna play in coverage, and then you see him and you go down and brings him down right there on Calvin Bundage. But then you watch the second part and you watch the replay and you watch where Calvin Bundage is, right? You're gonna see him right here, lined up on the right side, right, right next to Trace Ford. First of all, these are 2 deadly pass rushers right there, right? And as soon as that play calls go, look where Calvin Bundage is. He's stepping back, right? He's back. He's almost acting like that QB spy, right? Because you got Amen right there, and look at the QB spy. It's shifting over, bring him down.
Yeah, it's applying that initial pressure and then the obvious finishing off by Calvin Bundage that makes it great for me. You know, you look at it and you sort of see just how smart Jim Knowles' schemes are. And this is really it personified. I love the patience from Calvin Bundage there. And I almost had to do a double check, too, when we were watching this play beforehand. And I was thinking, you know what? Is that Calvin out there making that sack? Because it looked like when Amen was shooting through there with
sort of the way he was able to pick up the speed, it almost looked like Calvin Bundage out there, right? With the way he was able to get that acceleration so quick. And that's just a testament to Amon's athleticism and what he's able to do this season.
And that's what it is, right? I always say this week to week. Amon, he led the team in sacks last year, but he's not really that natural pass rusher that you just line up and let him go on the edge, right? Like Trace Ford. Malcolm Rodriguez does some of that as well. But it's these well-designed schemes and concepts that Jim Knowles does that allows Amon to do that. And you have the physicality and just the athleticism and burst of someone like Amon, you're chilling.
Yeah, exactly. And now we look at this play too. Let's flip sides over and go over to the offense and see sort of what OSU was able to do in this play. And it definitely, in talking about LD Brown, right? And sort of that, and how he is in this pass game, but also, this is not pass game. Let's talk about him just out there in the open field, right? Getting this screen pass and being able to create his own opportunities, thanks in large part to the large men up front and on that offensive line, the guys who are able to create these opportunities for him, and just sort of the patience that he's able to see on this play and what he's able to do with this.
Yeah, exactly. So the big narrative coming into the season, not as big because there's so many narratives, but one of the questions was, are the running backs really going to be used, specifically Chuba Hubbard, in the pass game, right? But LD Brown is right now playing not up to par as Chuba Hubbard. Chuba Hubbard is obviously Chuba Hubbard, but he's playing really well, right?
Yeah.
And he's being used as a pass game a few times. I believe you said he's a third leading receiver. He had a good game, and I like what he really did on the screen pass. What you're going to see, what I really want to highlight here is those 4 offensive linemen on the left, right? Everyone from Hunter Woodard all the way to Jake Springfield, right? Watch the initial takedown, right? You see him go hike, and watch Jake Springfield locked in one-on-one. Josh Sales almost like he's waiting / ready to block. You see Rye Schneider and Hunter Woodard locked in with their matchups, right? They're selling it. They'll look like they're about to pass block, right? And then just watch Shane Allen with calmly step back.
There you go.
And suddenly these 4 linemen, they're just out there, right? Watch Shane Allen with, once again, just watch how he calmly steps back, no pressure, no worrying, and throws it. And then look at it.
Yeah.
You got 4 guys out there, right? And from there, watch him. You make a couple blocks, but that's really what I want to highlight. LD Brown, the patience, right? When he's out there in the open field, watch him to slow down, step to the left, put that hand out there, and follow your blocks. That's not easy.
No.
Right? That's a thing, right? And still, he has the patience, he has the understanding, even though he's so fast and so explosive. He understands, hey, if I get behind my lineman, that's just better for me. And that's what you see here. You see that sort of that IQ, right, as a runner, as just a guy who's in open space. And that's what made LD Brown so great in this play.
Yeah, and you go back to the Kansas defensive front there and some of the pressure they were trying to apply to Shane Illingworth in this play, and what they didn't do, and to use the football term, it's called smell a rat, right? You're supposed to identify when some nonsense is happening here, and they were not able to do it on this play. We go all the way back to the beginning of this. Obviously, OSU did a great job. That left side, like you said, Hunter
That's
Woodard.
what I said. Yeah, selling it so well.
They're able to sell it extremely well. Look like it's pass blocking there. And then you go back about 3 kick steps back. Then when you go through and you can press play on this, they sell it good and they do go downfield and are able to create a great opportunity for LD Brown on this play and has obviously a big gain there. And the patience and vision of LD Brown is something that has to be admired from him this season.
No doubt. Yeah, it's awesome. And we've already seen him as a runner, but just getting backs more involved, whether it's in swing passes, screen passes, whatever, it's only going to help this offense so much more.
Exactly, yeah. And another offensive play. The offense had a field day the other day.
No doubt.
Let's talk about this is the play. I mean, I feel like this is the one that you're gonna, when you look back at this game, you're gonna remember this one. Tylan Wallace got really wide open on this play, and maybe in large part due to some miscommunication on Kansas's part, but we'll also see. Let's take a look at what Shane Illingworth was able to do on this play too, because that was equally as impressive as Tylan getting that open.
Yeah, exactly. Because when you watch and you look at this play, you know that, hey, Tylan Wallace got wide open. There's no coverage, right? On the back end, there's no safety help, and that's why Tylan Wallace was able to go deep, right? I mean, let's just watch it real quick. Like, just watch Tylan Wallace burn down the field easy, right? You know he's open. But what I really want to highlight here is Shane Illingworth, right? And we talked about it on the podcast, we talked about it on the video, but here, let's watch it, right? First off, you see the guy on the left side. I believe that's Kyron Johnson or Stephen Parker, the linebacker. First of all, you call hike, and then you got Logan Carter on a pass rusher.
Right.
That's, even though Logan Carter is a great pass rusher, that is difficult, right? And as the play goes on, just watch. He already beats him, right?
Yeah.
Shane Illingworth could easily freak out, right? He could easily think, oh, man, I'm in pressure. Let me step away. Let me try to escape for a few yards. Because you see that right side of the field. it's a little bit
And
open,
he's been
right?
known to take sacks too.
Right, exactly, because he's willing to when he knows that, okay, this is a bad play, let me just stop. But instead he steps up calmly. Watch that, and then right here, watch this. How many linemen you got? If these defensive linemen right there for Kansas just push the offensive linemen back just a yard or two, Shane Ellenwood's hit, right? He gets off. Yeah, and
maybe
that
even
becomes-
less than a yard.
Exactly,
A couple inches.
Exactly. He's just literally centimeters almost away. And if he does that, then he cannot deliver the accurate pass he can. But just watch him calmly step up, right, navigate through it, and he's got guys all around him. And look how close he is,
Yeah.
right? And still, it's just that poise and knowing who's open and understanding if you can hold in the pocket. And that might sound simple. You might think, oh, but Tylan Wallace was wide open. That's not easy for any quarterback, right? It takes very great pocket presence and poise, and especially for a true freshman, right? And that just shows what Shane Ellenwood is, right? We constantly talk about the maturity, the poise, the understanding, and that's just what you see here, right? And just launch a perfect pass to Tylan Wallace, who makes a great, great if you want to call it, just a catch, right? And that's what you see, and Tylan Wallace gets like a Tylan Wallace touchdown.
Yeah.
Except he didn't jump up 50-50 ball for it.
Exactly, yeah. And Kansas, like you said, did not even need to make a sack there per se. They really just had to push back just a little bit more. And
that would have affected him for sure.
And applied some pressure to him. But, I mean, I guess the Kansas defensive lineman might not have known what was going on back there and known how wide open Tylan Wallace was. But Shane Illingworth, like you said, recognizes that he saw the pass blocking from Logan Carter. That kind of got blew up there, right? And that Kansas defensive, or guy in Kansas defense was able to go in there, shoot through, and was able to apply pressure to Shane Illingworth. But like you said, he stayed poised, and he was able to deliver the second touchdown of his young career at OSU. And I'm sure we'll see more of those going further in the future, as you may know.
Definitely, yeah. It just shows the kind of, this is just the quality of Shane Ellenwood that really impresses me. We know about the arm talent. That's on high display, right? You saw the Brandon Johnson throw. You saw Dylan Stoner, the first throw, right, of the West Virginia game. You know this guy's the arm talent. But the other things really impress me, right? The IQ, the decision making. Sure, they're open guys, but those are not always easy passes, right? Especially when a true freshman. We talk about pocket presence. That doesn't come easily, especially in 2020 with how many mobile running quarterbacks there are. Spencer Sanders really have to work on that. Shane Illingworth has it like this, right? Like a snap of a finger. But it's awesome, and that's really helping him propel to be great, right?
Yeah, definitely, and we will see the greatness rise from Shane Illingworth within maybe this season or in the next couple of seasons, depending on when Spencer Sanders comes back. But we will have all of this coverage for you right here on Ocali.com and all the other outlets where you read The Ocali and watch our video content. For Ryan Novozinsky, joined as always by Sudeep Tumma. This was The Film Room. Have a great day.